Welcome guys to another F1 2016 mod. Today we're on the Hockenheim circuit in Sebastian Vettel's Ferrari, looking all red. We've got red wheels for the super softs as I completely forget what we're doing and I get a terrible start. Everyone's going to pass me here. That is an unfortunate start. I really need to focus more as we pile into this very tricky first corner. It's actually a very quick corner later on in the race, but obviously for the first corner it's not going to be on the first lap. Trailing behind Perez, who pushed up past us. I'm going to dive on the inside and try and take back at least one of these positions as Raikkonen pulls all over and I just about avoid him. Yeah, quite rightly putting up the hand to Raikkonen there, who just decided for some reason he was going to, I guess he was avoiding either Bottas or one of the other drivers, but that was a bit odd for him to just slide across the circuit like that, so that was good to see. But there we go. We've taken our teammate, which is what we wanted. We're still in mix 2. We haven't moved up into mix 3 because I don't think there's any point at this point. We're going to try and dive down the inside of Bottas as we do, and also Raikkonen forcing the door shut on him there. AI going very slow into that corner, but I'm sure they're going to try and get me back as I move up into 4th place. Bottas behind me in 5th now. Raikkonen struggling to get past. I think it would be Ricciardo who probably, in fact by the looks of it, Bottas got past Ricciardo as well, probably because of my diving down the inside, which pushed Raikkonen way off the racing line and probably compromised his exit quite a bit. Not that we don't care. Ricciardo's such a lovely guy in real life, as you see on the TV, but in this, when it comes to the track, it's all about getting position, so we don't really mind that. We can take that. Plus I like Bottas, so I'm happy for him to come through with me. Now Hockenheim is a great circuit, a small circuit, but it's one that I haven't actually driven on for a very long time in Formula 1 game. I've done it a couple of times in the Project Cars series, but not in anything like this. Now for this corner I don't think you need to lift at all, but I'm going to lift just slightly and try and bring it around, keep it on the track. I know we lost Bottas a little bit there, but as the white light showed that it was coming up, so I'm just going to try and close the door a little bit so we can't have a little sneak up in the inside there. Somebody spawn or somebody back out, whoever it was, it could be Ricciardo, as it looks like Raikkonen's dropped back numerous positions as we just move up into mix 3 to make sure that we stay ahead of Bottas, who's going to obviously be doing some brave moves down the inside by the looks of it, probably gearing himself up to do it as I drop back into mix 2, just make sure we have enough route to finish this race, and then braking just before the 100-meter board. Bottas sensibly doesn't go for an overtake there, which is good to see. We've got a... what have we got? Yeah, no, okay, we haven't got the red light yet to say that we're running out of fuel, so that's good to see. We can probably get to the end of the race on this. Maybe I can move up into mix 3 and try and take some of these places back in front, but I think Verstappen's just disappearing as I'm again struggling to sort of find the racing line on a track that I haven't done that much as we lift into this corner, because I don't think you need to brake again. Lots of these corners where you can just throw the car into it and the downforce just brings you in nicely. Obviously the Ferrari quite quick, so it's different to some of the other cars we've been using, including the Renault and that kind of stuff, which obviously are more mid-tier cars. If actually this year the Renault is sort of struggling down the bottom, I think, with the Saubers and the Manas, so even more so, in the last race when we did okay to sort of, I know we were just pretty much just blocking everybody off last race, but but at least it worked, so that's the main thing. Just going to get ready, prepare myself to move up into mixture 3, even though I'm sure it's going to disappear, that little graphic, before I get there. Yeah, it does. Bottas still all over me, he's not going to let me go. Whoever's in, I think it would be 6th place behind me, is probably Ricciardo, unless he had a difficult sort of end to that corner after I sort of dived down the inside on the first lap. We've got a notable line appearing as Bottas just dives down the outside of me trying to get it. I just lock up slightly into that corner. That's going to compromise my exit speed. We're going to try and move into mix 2 towards the end of this because we don't need the speed necessarily for the end of the race. This is probably the last time we're going to get to use mix 3 to its full extent. We'll move back down into mix 2. Bottas definitely all over me. Whoever's in 6th place is also going to bring it up. This is not going to be... I'm going to have to get this clean, otherwise we are going to drop at least 2 places back, which is not going to be good. Gravel traps all around as well, which is the problem with Hockenheim. It completely hurts you if if you go off, you make one mistake, you put on the grass, you go in the gravel, you are off, and it's a short track, so there's lots of cars packing up behind you, so there's a good chance if you spin out and make one mistake, it's not going to be one car that passes you, it's probably going to be quite a few. So I just brake into that last corner, just making sure we bring this home, and then lifting and driving this last corner perfectly, and across the line for 4th place. So dreadful start. Admittedly, I wasn't really focusing on the start, so that was terrible, even though we would have got about 1 anyway, but there you go. 4th place, started in 6th, we've moved up into 4th, so that was pretty good. But there we go guys, that was Sebastian Vettel's Ferrari on Hockenheim. If you want to see any more, leave a comment down below with the driver and the track and I will make it happen. So until next time guys, bye bye.